You can collect more coins. So tell me about your. Remember you were telling me about how you what happened like during Pearl Harbor.
What happened during
when you guys went in martial law, and you were what, in like 8th grade or something?
No, I was in the 7th grade, I think. Yeah, something like that. And actually, you know, when you're young, and somebody says that there's something happening, what happened is that the morning was Sunday. My father went to work at Pearl Harbor, and Ford Island is right where the bombing and everything happened. There was a special job that his company had to do, so he went in that morning. In the meantime, the paper didn't come. The Honolulu stumbled, advertiser or whatever it is. And so my mom sent us, now it's about maybe 4 or 5 long blocks, what they call to the main line where, you know, the buses go up and down, you know, going. And she said to go and get a paper. Maybe, you know, they just overlooked giving us a paper. We didn't know yet that there was a bombing that had happened and so forth. I came home, and then my mom said that you know, we better all stay put. And my father came home, and when he did come home, he said that he and the guys had to dive in the water from the Ford Island, where they normally have boats, you know, taking them across to the island to work. And that's right in Pearl Harbor. He said that the bombs were, you know, everywhere, and the foreign ships, and they said Japanese ships were coming, you know, were flying and bombing all over. And so when he came home, he was a nervous wreck, you know, I mean, from what he had seen, and barely, you know, able to get off that island.
Did you say he had to swim back?
Yeah, well, you see, Ford Island is off in Pearl Harbor, but it houses, you know, quite a lot of the military. I don't know exactly how I can describe it.
Oh, I've been to Ford Island. I know what it is.
And so then, you know, we heard on the air that you know, there was this martial law, and that we had to not have any lights on in the night, because there was a lot of artillery fire we heard, you know, in the air. I don't know what was happening. And of course, schools were all closed for, you know, until they reopened. And then we had to have identifications at the school, where they, you know, made little something like our
like ID cards.
ID cards, yeah. And we were issued gas masks, but we had to also, it was, you know, something that we had to learn fast how to put it on, or to carry it with us. It came in a holster, you know, and we also, every home had to build a bomb shelter in their yard. That meant digging in a, you know, someplace in the ground, in your home area.
So you had to dig a hole in your backyard?
In the front yard we did, because of the way our home was built. We had, you know, this space that we could allow for digging up this bomb shelter. And everyone had to dig their own. And, you know, just something that was supposed to be to protect us in case there was a, you know, air raid alarm, and we'd go down into it and stay put.
Now you had the whole, did you guys have to build like a door, like a cellar?
Well, we had an opening. Yeah. And my father had to reinforce it with boards, you know, to hold up the the bomb shelter thing, you know, around. Everyone had more or less an idea how we were supposed to build it so that we could have some protection from any bombs if there happened to have any. And you little kid, you don't know what's happening.
Did they have sirens
Yes.
set up back then?
And then we had blackout. Everything had to be covered. The windows and everything. And, you know, if we had the lights on in the night, and they had raid wardens that patrolled all the streets just to make sure there was no lights visible, because you could get fined for that. And you know, just so many things. And then we had coupons for gas, coupons for food, going to the grocery. There was so much of this coupon things. And then people were hoarding, like they heard about the toilet paper, so Japanese especially wanted to, they hoarded on the rice, hoarded on the toilet paper, and they even hoarded on candy. The simple candies, you know. Whatever they heard, people heard rumors, went to the store, lined up and you know, trying to get all these things, and you're only permitted so much.
And what about your dad? So did he have to continue going back to Fort Island?
He had to go to work, but they had special things on the car, in the back of your, you know, by the license plate.
Yeah.
And then the front, and these were able to go, you know, back. They had to be screened because they didn't know who the enemies were. And all Japanese were sent to Fort Island to be. They had a huge area where they stayed.
Concentration camp, right?
Yeah, it was more or less to put them there. All Japanese.
Internment camps.
Internment camps. And then they had them in the mainland where they shipped them to, you know. And
did you have any friends that got sent away?
You know, I really don't know, because I was still a little kid, you know. I mean, we only knew that we didn't even know how the enemy looked like, and, you know, and whatnot. Only what we were told that there were some bombs and shooting and whatnot had happened. It was scary, you know.
How long did it last? Do you remember? Like the
years?
Everything.
I think that when I was I was a sophomore in high school. That's when the war was declared over. When I was a sophomore, and we had to work every Monday. We were to help the cause, you know, to help. What do you call that when you're helping the government do
war
things?
effort.
War effort. Okay. If you were not sick and you had to be sick, then you were excused from not going to work in the plantation. Every Monday we worked in the pineapple fields, and we really drove them nuts because we didn't know how to do anything. The Japanese Luna or whatever it was would say either we would be digging weeds, or they'd show us how to pull out these little suckers, they called it, on the pineapple. You know, it's little things, knobs.
Yeah.
And then some had jobs where they could pick the pineapple. But we were only I was only in the 10th grade. And every Monday we went on this big truck or something, covered truck.
You had a picture of you all you had your yearbook before.
Yeah, I lost it or something. I forgot it, or something happened. But we dressed in jeans and long sleeve shirts, and we had fun. I mean, we brought lunch and everything, and then the Luna would tell us we cannot take too long, you know, and he's trying to tell us what to do, because they leave us, a whole pile of us in one, you know, field,
Mhm.
and another and another, and the boys the same thing. And on the way to WWII, that they took us way to the countryside to pick pineapple, or I'm not to work in the pineapple fields. During the wartime, we would pass on the in WWII. They kept the Italian and the German prisoners, and we would wave to them because they waved to us. You know, we didn't know any better.
They kept them here?
Yeah, they shipped them here. And they would be, when they marched down the street, you know, and then they had American soldiers all around. But they were friendly looking, and we'd wave to them, and they waved to us. And what else? Oh, they had big signs all over, shh, do not say anything that might harm the enemy. You know, the enemy is listening. Had all these pictures and signs that says, shh, the enemy is listening. And so we all thought, you know, oh my God, we have to be very careful. And times were very hard, you know, because you had to, they only issued these coupons, and different coupons for different people. Like, you know, like if you worked, you needed gas. You have certain people have more gas than other people because of their jobs. And we had blackout for a long time. So, you know, in the nighttime, as soon as it got kind of dark, we had to put up these black denim things up on the, you know.
Did they give it to you?
No, my mom made it. Everybody knew how to, you know, you buy this fabric and you put it up and cover all the windows. It was really something. And, you know, if we had a war today, I can imagine how children, you know, I mean, my mom used to worry about us.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell her, are we going to get killed or shot at from the, you know, the enemy? And we don't know how they really look like. Then we started to think all Japanese were our enemies.
Yeah.
Even when they lived, you know, they were born in America and Honolulu, but all of them were sent to San Island. I kind of felt bad because, you know, they were nice people, and it's not their fault that their life was such. I think I have everything here, yeah?
Thanks, Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
What is this called?